Hey everyone, Austin here again with another Let's Play video. Today is going to be Kenseiden for the Sega Master System. Now I've already previously done a Let's Play of this game, however during that Let's Play a couple of years back, I actually wasn't able to finish the game. And since it's October 2016, we're doing horror-themed Let's Plays all this month. I figured now would actually be a good time to revisit this game. As you can see, it's got an old Japanese vibe to it. It's not the typical horror stuff that you're probably going to see me play, but it is still kind of creepy. It's a cool game, definitely worth playing on the Master System if you haven't seen it before. Also, the good thing about re-recording this game is that I'm now using RGB out from the Genesis into a Framemeister upscaler, so the quality of this Let's Play should be a lot better than the one I did several years back. So, but yeah. So we're actually in the game now. Kenseiden just keeps looping the same gameplay segments over and over until you hit start, or button 1, or button 2. So Kenseiden was actually, back in the day when a lot of people were talking about Master System games in, you know, the retro gaming community online, they always compared it to Castlevania. It was about as close as we got to a Castlevania game on the Master System. Not counting Vampire Master of Darkness, which to me is actually kind of a mediocre game. Kenseiden, on the other hand, is a pretty solid game, and definitely worth checking out if you're into sort of side-scrolling action platformers, and a generally creepy atmosphere. Not all of it is creepy. I mean, you go to like some, you know, dojo-style levels and whatever, and it's just, you know, you kind of get taken out of that whole creepy atmosphere in those cases. But like this first level was really cool looking, and the vibe is definitely creepy. These little canisters here, that's actually health, so that's nice. We got to refill our health. And I think one of the coolest things about this game is that it's non-linear in design. So from the first to second level, yeah, you don't really have much of a choice of what you can do. But once you exit this level, you can go back to the first level if you wanted to, or you can go forward. And then eventually you've got multiple paths you can take. You know, you have 2 options to go forward, a couple options to go back, and so you're trying to go all across this map and try to find a bunch of different items that'll help you get through the game. You'll get strength upgrades, you'll get different weapon abilities, different you know, slash patterns for your weapons and so forth. Something I actually did not know about in my first Let's Play is you can actually jump up on these sort of like Buddha type statues and press up on them. Sometimes they'll take you to hidden rooms like this. On another similar level like this later on in the game, it'll actually warp you to the top of the building, which is really cool. So every time you see one of those statues, you want to get on top of it and press up, because it'll probably give you some goodies and so forth. Now, just like in my Ghostbusters Let's Play, I don't even know if I've posted that yet as of uploading this. I'm just kind of recording these in like random orders, even though I have the actual upload schedule planned, so I don't remember what the actual upload schedule is. I don't know if Kenseiden's coming first or if Ghostbusters coming first, but regardless, I'd like to thank fellow YouTube watcher and Twitch watcher Insane Wayne once again. I thanked him in my Let's Play of Ghostbusters. He actually helped me out a lot trying to learn Ghostbusters, but he also helped me with a bunch of tricks in Kenseiden, which is really cool, which actually made my life a hell of a lot easier when I went through it on Twitch. And so he actually is the one that told me about the statue trick. You can actually go and hit up on the statues, and I just refilled my health, and we're pretty much almost at the boss, so having my health completely filled is really nice. Also, he informed me that these swords you can pick up here, they actually improve your, I guess, your attack damage by 1. So it's, whenever you see a sword like that, you want to pick it up. I don't think the swords are randomized at all. I think they're in the same spot every time you play the game. So just something to keep in mind. I want to say, when you beat this boss, you get an ability that allows you to jump higher. And once you do that, you can press up to basically do like a super jump. Not really a super jump, but you'll jump about twice as high as you normally do. And that actually comes into play in future level design. So the bosses are solid in this game, actually. I like the bosses in this game, but they also, you know, as the icing on the cake, they give you power-ups as well. So by trying to defeat as many bosses as you can, you really improve like the scope of your attacks and your abilities and so forth. Thou have learnt the art of jumping high. That was my ability. I can jump high now. So by pressing up, you can actually jump really high. And unfortunately, I'm actually hitting the roof, so I can't jump that high. But now you can see I go a little bit higher. So there's my regular jump. And then here's my high jump. And again, you have to hold up to do that. So a lot of levels have exits like these. So if I wanted to, I could actually go back and play through the level again. And I just realized that that moon, or I'm going to guess it's a moon because it's dark out, is completely red. That's kind of cool. I like that. But most levels will have an exit like this. And so you can actually choose when to exit. You can go back and play through the level again if you want. And here's the alternate paths I was talking about. So I can go back to the first level if I want to. I can go to this one or this one. We're going to go to this one. Because I think there is actually one of the hidden like dojos you can go to or secret training areas. I don't actually know what the terms are for them. And so on this level, it's a couple of different ways you can go. Not really a couple different ways you can go. I think there's only one way you can really go. But there's a couple of side areas you can go to that'll either give you extra lives or a health refill or something like that. And so we're just going to go straight up. Oops. I didn't want to do that. I fell down completely by accident, actually. So let's try this again. You can really actually see, like, the Castlevania, not really influence. I don't know if these guys are really influenced by the game, but it's got a similar tile-based texture style. Although, like, the blending between tiles is much better, so the graphics actually end up looking more detailed than, say, in certain cases, than Castlevania. But you've got the same types of platforms, you got similar types of stairs and whatnot. And of course, your characters and sprites are much larger. It's a faster game than Castlevania. I really like this game. I think it's a really solid Master System game. And that icon we just got is actually an extra life, which is really good. Because if you want to continue in this game, I think it requires a continue code. And I actually don't remember what that is. So, and I didn't know about it at all when I first did this Let's Play many years ago. So if we do end up getting a game over, I will look up the continue code, and so we can actually beat this game. I think we aren't going to have much of a problem getting through the game as is, though. Like, I played this a bunch of times on Twitch in the last month, and I just ended up... I think I ended up beating the game like 4 or 5 times. So I really think we'll be fine. But just in case. The biggest hazard in this game are these boulders that fall down, these rocks. And, oh my god, I didn't think I was going to die there. And that was just because I'm talking and playing at the same time. I'm not focusing. Like, I'm getting hit by all these enemies, and when I normally play this game, I don't usually ever get hit by anything here, so... Alright, let me shut up for a second. Shut up, Austin. Your talking's dumb anyway. Yeah, so much easier when you actually kill everything on screen. Yeah, even if I get a game over, I'll go ahead and use a continue code, but I don't think it's going to come to that. Unless I keep making dumb mistakes like that, where I just get hit by an enemy and fall down a pit. And, you know, in all my playthroughs on Twitch, that didn't happen once. Okay, so this boss is tricky. You have to wait for his left knee to pop out. Not pop out, but be closest to you. And by left, I mean his actual left. Like, he's facing me, so... Pretend like it's his left, not my left. So, you need to wait until that comes out, whereas at its closest distance to you. And that's when you can do damage to him. Any other time, your attacks whiff completely. You have to be really careful against this guy because he kills you really, really fast. And you really want to take your time with this guy too. You don't want to get up close and just start wailing on him. You want to take your time. Just like that. Thou have learned to slash with your sword. The translation in this game is so bad. S-O-R-D. So now what I can do is press up and attack, and I do this downward slash, which is really cool. It's really powerful. Eventually I get the ability to do it in the air as well, but I can't do that quite yet. Alright, so we're gonna come here. I think this might be one of the training areas. Yeah. These training areas are insanely difficult. This first one's not too bad. I'm pretty sure this is the first one you can go to. And you have to go through this whole section without taking any damage. And there's health there. I don't need it, actually. I'm surprised they actually gave it to me. So this one I should be able to get through without too much trouble. But the second one that I get to, we will try. But we're probably not going to beat it, unfortunately, because it's just super hard. So this... Ooh! I'm a novice, apparently. I got hit. So... fortunately, you can just do it again. You do take a little bit of damage for failing. It's not a whole lot. It's not a lot, actually, because it only takes one hit to fail. You fail instantly, like, bam, just like that. I took a little bit of damage, and I just go right back to the beginning. So let's go ahead and do this again, not mess up. So on all the other ones that you go to, there's arrows constantly. They're just all over the place, and they're just complete memorizers. You have to basically memorize everything. Otherwise, you're guaranteed to fail. On this one, the arrows stop after the beginning, so you can just sort of just mosey along and just make sure you time these parts right. And that's it. So we got a health increase. That's actually really good. Yeah, I think you also get like strength increases, so you become much more powerful. And then once you finish the training session, you can just leave and go back. So we have to go back to this level. But what's really cool, again, is the majority of the level is above you. So it's not like you have to go through the whole level again or anything like that. You just walk over to the right. You go to the exit, and then it'll allow you to go to the next place. So I think Kenseiden is a really cool setup for an 8-bit game. I mean, you didn't see too many 8-bit games set up like this, and I think it works really well on the Master System. Definitely a game that is well worth playing on the system, if you ask me. Especially for you guys that like, you know, your Japanese mythology and mythological demons and stuff like that. So we're going to come down here, and what's actually kind of funny about this cave is you see this little head there. It looks like an Alex Kidd head. It really looks like Alex Kidd. So I'm wondering if that was like a joke of some kind or intentional. It's kind of funny. You actually see it a couple times throughout this level. These little skulls here, you don't want to jump on them, because you can see they actually do damage when you sit on top of them. So you have to watch out for those. Obviously, the fire hurts you. Fortunately, it doesn't kill you, but it does hurt you. And so what this is right here, it's actually a health refill. And when you lose all of your health, that item will refill your health back to the top, which is really cool. So it's almost like an extra life, but it's not an extra life. It just refills your health. So really good item to have. Now you can actually hold your sword out as well. And if enemies run into it, they actually get hurt. It's not really that powerful. But it is something you can do. And that's it. Alright, so let's go to this top one first. I think this might be training stage number 2. Yep. So we're probably not going to beat this level. We'll try it a couple of times. I don't want to spend half the Let's Play on it, because I can. I think the first time I beat this, I literally spent like an hour on it. So, super difficult. Very memorization heavy. In this part, I think I have to do a high jump. Yeah, just like that. And that's it. We'll give it one more try. I mean, it's really good to be able to beat these training stages because, you know, the power-ups they give you are probably some of the best power-ups in the game. I mean, like, increasing your damage is a huge one, increasing your health is a huge one, but they're so difficult. And I think there's 4 of them throughout the course of the game. So, and this is the second one. They get harder and harder and harder. I do like that it has, like, optional areas like this, though. I think that's really cool, actually. And that's it. Okay, that's good enough for me. We'll go ahead and move on. I think you have to go to the right. I don't think you can... Yeah, you can't go to the left, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll go down here. You know what reminds me of this game is Otogi on the original Xbox. And there's 2 Otogi games on the original Xbox. They take place in a very similar type of environment. Very dark, very creepy. Japanese mythology and stuff like that. It's really cool. I'm going to need to play that game. I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to Let's Play Otogi, but I definitely need to play through it on Twitch sometime. And maybe upload it as a stream archive. So here's another training stage. This is the 3rd one. We'll go ahead and just give it a shot real quick. Why not? Not gonna really do anything with it, unfortunately, because it's just really, really difficult. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with it. It's sheer memorization. I mean, you've got to have good eye-hand coordination as well, don't get me wrong, but the memorization part is the most important, and if you don't have that, you're not going to get through it, unfortunately. So on to another level, which means we're going to eventually fight another boss. So just about every level, unless it's just like a cut-through level, you'll fight a boss in. Okay, there's some health, that's good. Actually, what I want to do is go back if it lets me. I think I always go through that, but there might be an extra item here I can get that might be of use. Yeah, there's another door over here. Here's some health. Ah, what is that? I've got a book, and I have no idea what it does. I think somebody on Twitch was recommending me to go to the right to get that, and I never did, and so I never even knew it was a thing. So that's cool. If anybody out there knows exactly what it does, post a comment below and let me know. I don't have a guide to reference right now as I play this, so I have no idea what it does. Alright, this should be the boss. Oh, no. Sword upgrade, which is good. More damage. More damage is always good. That means you can tear through bosses a lot faster. And you'll kill enemies quicker, too. Certain enemies. Enemies that take a couple hits might take less. So I think a lot of times when I get here, I usually have the ability to swipe down in the air, but I don't have that, so that makes this a little more tricky. Oh, I didn't want to... I was hoping to beat this guy without having to use that item. So we basically used our health replenish, which kind of sucks. Now canst now kill by stealth. And this is... There we go. You can basically press down and attack. You just smack guys, like, sort of like backhand them. So it allows you to kill multiple enemies at once. Not the most useful attack in the game, but it does come in handy. Let's go up here. Did I already go up there? I think I did. I don't remember. Nope, I don't think I did. Yeah, so I think if you beat this boss, it actually gives you the ability to swipe down in the air, which would have been really useful in that other boss I played. So there's definitely more of an ideal route you can take. And this is one of the parts of the game where you can land on the statue's head and then get warped up to the top. So, there we go. We just appeared in front of another statue. We're much higher up in the level now, which will basically get us to the boss much faster. And this is the boss. So you can see this quote-unquote stealth attack. Not really a stealth attack. Definitely helps with these little bug things. Yep. Thou canst now smash the helmet of foe. So this basically means I can do my downward swipe, but in the air now. So like this. And this is actually an attack you need for the final boss. You actually have to have this, I believe, when you get to the final boss. The final boss actually has a face mask you have to smash apart. And so basically you have to use that attack. I don't think you can kill the final boss any other way. So if you're playing Kenseiden for the first time, a good rule of thumb is to just do everything you can. Go to every level, do everything, and then that'll just make life a hell of a lot easier by the time you get to the final stage in the game. Now, we're actually not that far away from the end of the game. It's not a super long game. It's totally a game you can beat in one sitting without a problem. I mean, we played it for not even a half an hour yet. You know, I died once. I also tried a bunch of the training stages, which was actually probably a good chunk of this stream, or Let's Play so far. So, not a super long game, but definitely one you can do in one sitting. Which way do I want to go? We'll go down here first. Yeah, I'd argue that these levels are actually the toughest in the game. The ones where you've got water to deal with, you've got falling boulders and whatnot. These are always the most difficult stages for me. Alright, so I'm gonna shut up so I don't get hit by boulders again like I did last time. Got some health though, that's good. Alright. So the reason I came over here is because of that extra life. And now I have to go back. And we lost that extra life. But hey, not a big deal. Except for the fact that we have to actually do this again. These boulders actually aren't that bad to deal with if you just take your time. Just kind of like that, just take your time. You can usually trigger the boulders just like you can in, you know, other games at the same time period. You know, as long as you walk to a certain point in the screen, things will trigger. Like that enemy just came out because I crossed a certain threshold. Let's just inch the screen forward. Okay. Let's jump up. So you're taking your time. It actually does a whole lot of good in this game. If you take your time, you're much more likely to not take damage and things like that. I think there's going to be another staircase down here. This might give us one of those health upgrades. And no, it just refills our health, which I don't really need. I don't need it right now anyway. I've barely taken any damage, so... See, right there, I intentionally triggered the boulder. Alright, let's try to kill this guy. And grab that, and just come right back up. And this should be the boss. And he literally just fell through the floor? That was weird. So if you want to dodge these drops of fire, you need to be really careful about it. Remember, your character is huge in this game, but he is relatively thin. So even though it looks like you probably won't be able to avoid these, you actually can. I mean, just look at this. You can just literally sit between them. And that's it. You still need to take it carefully, though, because, and same with the first level boss. The first level boss does a similar type of fire drop pattern. So this ability I got now is if you hold diagonally upwards when you're running, you'll just constantly swipe like this. So you can literally just not even do anything, and you will attack enemies as you're moving, which is kind of cool. Being quiet on this part, so those are always the worst parts in the game. Again, like I said, you can just take it really slow, but sometimes I have a tendency of not taking it nearly as slow as I should when I'm talking and playing at the same time. So we'll go ahead and try this training section. Again, we're gonna lose horribly because that's just what happens. Oops. Alright, we'll try one more time. I was like, huh, maybe I can just hold upwards the whole time. No, it doesn't work. Not a good attack for the training sections, unfortunately. I'll give it one more shot. That seemed a little timid compared to the other ones, so... Okay, that's it. That's good enough for me. Alright, so after this, we're on the final level. So again, once you know what to do in Kenseiden, you can pretty much just roll right through the game. It's not horribly difficult. You just need to make sure you're getting powered up, you're getting your items, and you're making sure you're not dying over and over. Let's hope we get some health power-ups, though. We got an attack power-up. I think there's gonna be... Oh, extra life. Okay. I'll take an extra life. Extra lives... Yeah, it's good. I'd like some... Oh, there's some health. You gotta watch out. I mean, like, sometimes these health pickups, they just appear out of nowhere, and it seems to be kind of random. There doesn't really seem to be any rhythm or rhyme to the health drops. I mean, there are a couple sections in the game, like in one of these complexes you go into, like one of the rooms always has health in it. Like, it might be... No. Well, this is good, too. Health refill for when I die. That's good. Got another extra life as well. You do get some extra lives for points, which is nice. This guy turns into a bunch of flames, or flaming skulls. Playing a little sloppy, but nah, whatever. One of the nice things about this game is once you get really powered up and you get some, you know, health refills and things like that, you can just sort of tank your way through it. Thou hast the sword of the Dragon Lord. It rhymes. And they actually spelled sword right that time, too. Alright, off to the final stage. Now this part's a little tricky. You need to kill these enemies right away, otherwise you get knocked down to your death. On one of my play sessions on stream, I died many times in that first jump. Alright, so we're pretty much guaranteed to beat this game. We've got 5 lives. It's not really hard getting to the boss, and the boss itself, with 5 lives, we should have no problem destroying. We're pretty much mostly powered up as far as, you know, the abilities go. There's another sword strength power up. Now, we didn't get the second life increase or the other two. I'm guessing, are they damage increases? I don't remember what they were exactly. But there's 4 awesome power-ups you can get by doing all 4 training scenarios. And since we only did 1, which was the life increase, that's unfortunately all we got, so... And these enemies are such a pain. But we got another life refill. Maybe we'll get some health before the final boss. Any health? No health. No health there. And there's some health. Alright, good. I still have no idea what that book does that I got. It looks like a book anyway. Alright, final boss. So in this part you need to actually attack the fireballs that he brings down. And now his second form, and this is where you have to bust the smash open. Like, what the hell am I talking about? You need to smash his mask. So you need to get really close, and of course there's just constant boulders, the most annoying enemies in the game. If you even want to call them enemies. And we're probably going to die. Yeah. But I think it actually starts you on the second form when you die, so not a big deal. And ideally, you want to just take your time. The boulders don't do a ton of damage, but his attack does. Oh, that was close. See, that was dumb. I jumped when he had his, like, little spike out, which is not good. Yeah, this is actually kind of shameful play, to be honest with you. I'm surprised I'm actually taking as much damage as I am. Wow, I died again! Come on! The hitboxes do seem a little weird in this game in certain cases. One of the tricks is attacking the guy on the way up and then attacking him on the way down. Getting 2-for-1 deals. Yeah, so my timing could definitely be better. That's one other thing. If you want to get the second hit, your timing definitely needs to be pretty good. And that's it. You got it. So it's not to say the final boss is easy. Like, if you just kind of rush through it like I was, and you don't take your time, then you can die pretty quickly, actually. Now, it's a lot harder to die when if you do all 4 training stages, which we did not do. We only beat 1 training stage, so... And the ending's kind of sad, too. It says, unbeknownst to anyone, you won. The battle is over. You killed the monster. It's just like, wow. So was this whole thing pointless? Yeah, that's Kenseiden, guys. Again, you know, I tried doing a Let's Play in this many years ago, but sort of failed at it halfway through, so I'm glad we were able to do another Let's Play of it and actually finish it. And it's a really solid Master System game. I highly recommend checking out this game. And I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. I hope it was helpful to you guys. If you've never seen it before, maybe you learned something new, saw a game that looked pretty cool, you might want to check out. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just wrap things up here. That's pretty much the end of the game. It just fades out and goes back to the title screen. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I've got a lot of Let's Plays on here, and many more Let's Plays to come. Everybody else that's already subbed, thanks as usual. For your continued support. Again, it's October 2016. We are doing horror-themed Let's Plays all this month. I know this one wasn't as horror-themed as some of the others, but I mean, Japanese demons and mythology and stuff like that, that's horror to me. I think that's, it fit well with this month. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to post a comment below with any questions or comments or anything. I'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned for some more horror-themed goodness for October 2016. So, alright guys, take it easy. I'm out.